Hello guys and girls, I am back once again with another political YouTube video, and today's topic is Ebola. Now, a lot of people don't really know what Ebola is. It's a very infectious virus that was found first in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, or something like that. You know, basically the Democratic Republic of the Congo is what I'm trying to say. That's where it was found. And a lot of people don't know that because, well, they just know it notoriously from being from West Africa. They don't know that it started back in 1979 and all of that. They don't know the history behind it. They just think that, oh, well, this is just some disease that popped up out of the blue, which it's not. It's been here for ages, well, pretty much ages. I mean, 30, 40 years. And just now people are starting to get aware of it because the news is coming out, hey, it's here, all of that, So I just figured I'd give you a little bit of background so you know what's going on. But basically, it started off with, for majorly, Americans getting the Ebola virus, and a lot of people will say, well, the only reason that the Americans are getting the Ebola virus is because people are bringing it over here, which kind of is the case. I mean, that's pretty much the only reason why Americans are getting the Ebola virus. I mean, other than being in Liberia and on missionary trips and all that, which I fully support. But as well, the patients that they brought back, the actual doctors and stuff who got infected with Ebola, they tried out this new drug called ZMapp, which is supposed to reverse the effects of Ebola, all that, make it get better. It's antidote, not really an antidote because it doesn't cure it. It wasn't really proven to cure it either. But it was found it was some antidote that was, not antidote, I keep saying antidote, it was some antibiotic that was conducted or made from a tobacco leaf, something like that, something found on a tobacco leaf. So they figured they'd test it, try it, see if it works, and it did work. I mean, it's proved to get better, but it's proved to kind of help the effects of Ebola. But as well, you got people who come over from, say, like Liberia and all that, and they expect to get treated, which is exactly what the Duncan guy was supposed to be doing. He lied to port officials at Liberia, because they have to ask this question, hey, have you had a fever in the last couple of days? Have you been vomiting in the last couple of days? Have you been bleeding from orifices of your body in the last couple of days? He lied, and he came over. He was infected with Ebola, and they found out about it because he went to an American hospital and basically asked for treatment. Does that not raise any questions to you? It raises some questions to me. Why was this guy allowed to get on the plane? Why are we even doing air travel over there is what I want to know. It makes absolutely no sense. Why are we going to pit American planes into Liberia only if they're going to bring out Ebola patients? Doesn't make sense to me. So then the other thing that I thought was really stupid of people is they're bringing these patients in, the doctors, the nurses, all that, who are helping those people over there. Except they're not bringing them into one place. They're bringing them all around the continental United States. You have Atlanta, which is where the first one was taken. You have Nebraska. You have Texas. All of these people are being brought all over the United States. Now, if that's not weird to me, but I mean, I would think that if you have a very contagious disease or a virus on your hands, I would figure that you would try to keep it isolated, not send it over here, over here, over here. That doesn't make any sense at all to me. As well, and they think that they're going to solve the problem by implementing flight screening services. So whenever you get off your plane, whenever you come over from there, they're gonna take your temperature, and if you have a fever, well, you might have Ebola, right? But what is that supposed to do now? Because now, I mean, the CDC is classifying it as a somewhat airborne disease. First they were saying, oh, well, no, you can't get it from people sneezing on you or anything like that. It's very low chance that you'll get Ebola if somebody sneezes on you. Now they're saying if somebody sneezes on you, you have a probable chance that you might get Ebola. I mean, what kind of, they're playing hooky right here. They're trying not to make a panic out of it when people should be panicking, because it's already, nurses have been infected that have treated Ebola patients in the U.S. because the people aren't wearing protective clothing. Now, these nurses who are taking care of the people, they haven't done anything wrong. They're following protocol. And what their bosses basically told them to do is, oh, no, you'll be okay with just that face mask. You'll be okay with just that face shield. It's only spread through sweat, all of that. And at first they weren't even saying sweat. You couldn't get it from sweat at first, but now you can. because that's how much research they did on the thing before they actually started implementing these new rules. So whenever you, like with a face mask and all that, you have a higher chance of getting it than you do in a hazmat suit. And people over there were getting it wearing hazmat suits. So what I want to know is, why weren't the nurses at least in hazmat suits? Is what I want to know. Especially when you have a very contagious disease that has a high death probability if you get the disease. But anyway, so CDC confusion. They need to really get on that. They need to make a story and stick with it, or else they need to stop spreading all these rumors and lies. Because one, it's not helping anybody, and two, it's actually causing more panic because people don't know who to trust. They don't know if they need to trust the CDC, or they don't know if they need to just, it ain't nothing, So that's the problem with the CDC. They're not putting out the facts. They're not making it as big of a deal as it needs to be. And they're just trying to keep the public basically from going into a mass panic, which at this point, kind of should. But anyway, now we got the no-fly zone issue over Liberia, which I fully support. Why would you want to send planes to a country that is disease-stricken, or virus-stricken, I should say? I can't think of any reasons why I'd want to send my planes over there. No, I don't have any planes, but anyway. So people are saying that the economy of Liberia would suffer if we stopped all flying into there. I didn't know Liberia had an economy. I mean, it looks like it's pretty crappy to me if it does have one. I don't think if we stop sending planes in there that it's going to kill off their economy. It's not going to happen. If we stop sending planes in there, it's going to not really do anything because Liberia doesn't have much of an economy. But I love that people say that, because now we're supposed to feel sorry for the Liberians. I don't feel sorry for them. It's a sad situation that they have the Ebola virus raging within their country, but I mean, that doesn't really affect me all that much because I'm in America. And I hear people way too much with those kinds of attitudes, because it does affect you. It does affect you. Because whenever the government's bringing these people into this country, I mean, wouldn't you be a little concerned? Like, if I had a very contagious virus, would you want to be around me? If I have a cold or strep throat, are you going to want to be around me? If I'm vomiting on the side of the road, are you going to want to be around me? Probably not. And those are just regular viruses that everybody gets at one point in their life. But you're talking about Ebola. It's a very deadly disease. You can die within a week after getting it. I've never heard of anybody who's died from strep throat. I've never heard of anybody who's died from a cold. But I've heard of a ton of people who've died from Ebola. So there you go. I'm curious to hear your opinion about this, because it's a very controversial topic, especially here in the States, because, it's raging here as well. And also, I want to point out, it's not raging just in the United States and West Africa. It's raging in Britain. Well, not really raging, but starting to rage in Britain and Spain and all these places, because, people are going to these places that are infected with Ebola. So, yeah. Other than that, so no-fly zone, fully support it. Don't know why we're doing it. Don't know why we're not doing it, honestly. So, yeah. I think that's pretty much it. I'm interested to hear your opinion, so please drop a comment down below, subscribe, all that good stuff. Like the video if you did enjoy it. And I think that's pretty much about it. So yeah, curious to hear your opinion, so that's it. Have a good day.